Hey mermaids, it's Tracy. My channel is Tracy from the Mermaid Cove, and I'm here making a casserole from this book, Betty Crocker's Lost Recipes. It's the last cookbook my mother read that I gave her. But this is what we're gonna make. It's called Creamy Ground Beef Noodle Casserole. Now, I don't have the green onions, so I'm not gonna worry about that, but I have everything else. So, bear with me. I'm gonna do little pieces and I'm gonna show you the ingredients before I start cooking. Okay, so I'm gonna start with, I'm using this casserole dish. It doesn't really matter, you know, I think if it's thicker, you might cook it a little longer. If it's pulled out more, you wanna cook it a little lesser. Is that a word, lesser, I guess? So anyway, I'm just spraying it with this Baker's Joy, but whatever you wanna do to help the yumminess come out. And I'm going to be using California garlic. I don't have garlic salt, so I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use some of the tomato sauce. Calls for sour cream, so I have this. A little pepper flake. I'm going to add to the tomato sauce because this isn't enough. I needed 15, I have 8, so I'm gonna use this also, which I love. Ricotta. You can use, the recipe calls for cottage cheese, whatever you want to use. And it needs some cheddar, but I like to add a little bit of cheddar and mozzarella. And a little grated Parmigiano. And here is my hamburger, a pound. And here is the pasta I'm gonna use. It shows the bow ties, but I think you can use really any pasta. I suppose spaghetti would be okay. So whatever you have on hand, you don't have to go buy. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna get the hamburger cooking. I'm gonna get my pasta boiled, right? And then I'm gonna come back and show you some more. I wanna share this with you. I'm cooking my hamburger. I got this at the Dollar Tree for $1. Now, I'm sure they sell them like big bucks, but this is something that you smash down your hamburger with. And it really, sorry, my allergies are acting up. It really gets them all nice and distributed. So I'm gonna come back and show you when I'm done with that. Okay, so I'm back. Hold on, I'm watching. I wanted him to know I did. I am watching, wow. The mystery takes place in New Zealand, and yeah, I can't think of it. Anyway, so the hamburger's cooked. I added pepper, red pepper, garlic, and a little bit of salt because the garlic is not garlic salt. And this is the tomato. You need 15-ounce can. I had like 8, so I added the spaghetti sauce to it. So I'm gonna let this thicken up. I wish I should have showed you. Look how like good that is. The meat is all crumbled. Okay, so that is gonna cook. I got my pasta going, and let me take you over here. And this is ricotta, sour cream, and Parmesan, shredded Parmesan. Again, what happened here? But you could use cottage cheese, whatever you wanted to use. So I will be back. We're gonna cook the pasta. I put half the bag in. It was like 16-ounce bag. I did half. Nothing has to be exact in this, which is why I love it. But I'll be back when I'm bringing it all together. Okay, super bright in here, you guys. But this is the pasta mixed with the sour cream, ricotta, and Parmesan, okay? And then you're gonna scoop like half of it. So it's a little bit of layering like a lasagna. So you're just gonna put that down, right? Just squish it down. And then you're gonna take your hamburger and sauce. I ended up adding a little oregano. I've been on a sort of oregano kick. So you're gonna layer that. So easy, which is why it's so good and so easy. Now, you can have the meat juicier, thicker, whatever you like. And now you're gonna take the cheese, and I'm gonna do a little cheddar and a little mozzarella. It's like, I think, it's like 3/4 of a cup. Do that when I use that up. And then it calls just for cheddar. So whatever you want to do, I'm just going to cover it a little bit. And then you're going to repeat it. So we're going to do the rest of this. Again, zhuzh it over so you have separate layers. And honestly, I did sneak in a little ricotta just because, what am I going to do with a tiny bit of ricotta? Then I'm going to do the rest of my sauce. Get all that yumminess out. Meanwhile, my oven's been preheated to 350. Spread it out. Now, you know, if you have a deeper dish, you do more layers. You have a thinner dish, maybe a longer dish, maybe you do. This is my mom. She uses this one all the time. Okay. So I'm going to come back. Now, let me think. Let me read this because I don't know if you do the cheese on the last layer. Yeah, you do. So, a little bit of mozza, and then a little bit of the cheddar. And again, whatever cheese you want to use, I mean, it's up to you. If you want to do all cheddar, that's what makes, I guess, it a little different in lasagna. Okay. So now, it's going to bake uncovered 25 to 30 minutes until mixture is thoroughly heated and cheese is melted. So I always check at the beginning of the recipe. So I'm going to put it in there for 25 minutes. Excuse me. And then check on it. And really everything's cooked. You just kind of want it to melt and kind of meld together. So I will be back when it's cooked. Okay, you guys. There it is. I ended up doing about 27 minutes. So now it's rested. So I am going to dish up a little bit. And yeah, I'll be back to taste test it. Hey mermaids, it's time for the taste test. So before I forget, I have a Pinterest account. It's called Tracy from the Mermaid Cove, just like my channel, just like my Instagram. And I found this recipe on it because apparently you can't show somebody else's recipe, copyright and all that. So I was going to post it on Instagram, but I can't. But you go to Pinterest and I found the exact same recipe. It's in a folder called YouTube recipes, I think, or videos, something like, anyway, it's got YouTube. So that's where you can find the exact recipe. But let's try. Oh my goodness. The sour cream gives it a little tartness. And again, make it your own. You want to add vegetables, you don't like meat, whatever. You just have this cheese, not that cheese. You have this noodle, not that noodle. It's nice, you know, nice, and look at that. Gooey, just like you want it to be. So, bon appetit. And yeah, let me know if you make it. Oh, this is up too high. Send me a picture, comment. It's truly an easy, I like things that are forgiving. This is majorly forgiving. And the sad thing is, well, I made it for my mother before she died, and I brought it to the hospital before she could not swallow. But, you know, it's kind of my first recipe that I made. It wasn't hers. So it's kind of special. And now, so today it's good. Tomorrow it will be better. And the next day it'll be fabulous. Isn't it amazing how when tomato stuff melds together? I mean, really, my mom used to make stuff like this a whole day ahead of time. So it'd be yummy. Anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'm going to try to do this more. I'm going to try to be organized. It's nice weather. That helps me a lot. And my kitchen's clean, which I'm on fire. All right, guys, please let me know if you make it or what you think or what do you want me to make. And I will do it. Love you. See you soon.